Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Utica Curling Club. This evening, our live broadcast of the 2018 Rink Final. That will be between Skip Tim Crofton, Vice Mike Kessler, Brian Lowe is the second, and Tom Wilkinson is actually the lead, but he will be subbed for this evening by Mark Crane. And their opponents are Team Jerry Archambault, the skip, Bill Sewell is the vice, Mike Hurd is the second, and Mike Ross is the lead. And sit back and enjoy the game with us. Chat room is open, and my buddy Roger Rowlett and I will be happy to bring you the game this evening.
Yeah, glad to be here. This is our last web stream of the first half of our 2018-2019 Club Season of Champions. And the Rink League is our entry point for the skips ladder at the Utica Curling Club. So mostly relatively inexperienced skips with a few people that have come down from the top of the ladder. And tonight is an interesting matchup between a new skip, Tim Crofton, who's had an absolutely wonderful season, and an old veteran, Jerry Archambault, and his third, Bill Sewell, who we saw last night actually in the Charbonneau final.
Yeah, congratulations to Bill Sewell. We found out during the game that Bill Sewell, in 46 years of curling, has actually never won the Charbonneau, showing what a difficult medal that is to win in our club. And congratulations to Bill. He's now a recipient of the Charbonneau medal as a skip.
So we're off. We'll update the colors and the hammer for you. It looks like Tim Crofton will have the blue rocks and hammer here in the first end, so we have everything exactly backwards. So let me fix that.
I believe both teams had one loss during the year. Jerry Archambault's only loss actually came to Tim Crofton. And I'm not sure who Tim Crofton's loss was to. We had a great game with Mike DeMeo the week before against Tim Crofton and lost in an extra end. Congratulations to my skip, Mike DeMeo, who qualified for our Monday night Garber League. I don't believe he'll be able, with some obligations, will not be able to fill that spot. And the skips that are going to be eligible for that are going to draw their teams tomorrow evening. So exciting time of the year. The Sims and the Allen have already been drawn, and now we have one more rung of the men's ladder to decide the teams.
And that draft will happen as soon as we know the results of this game, as it determines the draft order. So a quiet start this end with some rocks in the rings, trading takeouts. This one's going to go a bit wide. Mike Ross's effort. Now Tim Crofton playing the blue rocks now is going one in.
I like this decision to guard this rock early in the end and early in the game. If you miss the other way with bringing one on the rings, you leave it wide open. Here, if you make a mistake, you may guard it up anyway. So kind of a good choice here for Tim.
I think the correct call early in the end is to go ahead and guard that stone on the wings. It's very hard to score a deuce trading hits with an open house.
Absolutely.
You have to make 6 perfect shots. And not even at the pro levels do they make those shots perfect every time.
Beautiful shot there from Mark.
Very nice guard. Just a little piece of that blue stone in the rings peeking out.
Relative newcomer to skipping, Mark Crane actually subbed for Mike DeMeo in one of the games in the rink earlier, and I played third with him. And he just played a great game. Before the game, he had kind of asked me to kind of coach him along, and I really didn't need to. He really played a great game, and we lost in an extra end, but Tim Crofton made an absolute beautiful shot to win the game. So it was a pleasure to play with him.
So calling a lightweight hit here with the free guard zone in effect. They can't afford to remove that guard from play. Just trying to chip the shot stone away. Wrecked on the guard, but did open things up.
Yeah, nicely done.
If you're going to throw a corner guard, throw one over the one you just threw.
Sure, and actually you could come with your intern here. You might just split them. You might hit one behind the guard. You might be able to get them both behind the guard with the right kind of weight here.
Yep.
Just calling for a guard, however.
If it was right to guard it the first time, it's right to guard it again.
Sure.
And Brian Lowe with his
line's real good on this shot here.
His first rock here.
Real good.
And this is going to be a nice guard. Wherever it lands here. But the hole's not big enough.
No.
Well, it's opened up now, but it's pretty tight.
Good shot there from Brian.
May have to run the guard now.
Jerry opting for a run back here on the blue stone that Brian just threw. It's real tight.
It's on the yellow guard. And that was not a result they wanted. They spun another blue one in the rings.
Yes, they did.
Now, Tim Crofton's team sits 2 with the hammer. And the shrapnel rolled for another corner. She could go around that yellow corner and sit 3 spread, 1 guarded.
Yep. Another play would be to come behind the blue one and leave that one in the back open.
Yep, you could do that as well. I like spreading the house here, keep those rocks separated and keep any doubles at bay. The only question here is, can you get around? You don't want to be short here with hammer.
Looks like it's going to wind up a center guard. Not exactly what they had in mind.
One danger of coming around the middle with hammer is you got to make sure you're there. Don't want to leave a center guard for the other team. Now Jerry Archambault with a chance to get out of the end with a come around. The debate here is whether or not we know how to get a stone in the rings. Third, Bill Sewell asking to remove the stone in the back of the house just since they know how to throw that stone.
Yes!
Curling hard.
Going to get a little roll out of this. Yeah, and he got it right behind the guard. So
roll for shot back,
yeah,
8.
Good outcome.
Playing it safe, removing a stone from play and rolling for shot in the back, but does give Tim Crofton a chance to get around this stone.
Mike Kessler, vice for Tim Crofton, his first stone of the evening. Looking to see what draw weight is here.
Top 4 buried's ideal. Freeze on the back wouldn't be the end of the world. Mike gave that a pretty good chunk since the ice is pretty slow this end. This is curling in very nice. The only question is, where is it going to stop? Is it on the back one?
Right on the nose.
Sure
I think it's coming right to the nose.
Don't lose the line. That's the main thing, and that's just fine.
And that works great. Yeah.
Behind T line, so you may be playing for 1 here. This is how you get into the freeze fest. Get behind T line early.
Yep. And start stringing them up. Bill Sewell, second rock, first end. Vice for Jerry Archambault, looking to just come right down to shot rock here. He might have gave this one a little shove out.
It's about the 4th rock down this line, right?
And it's curling nicely, actually. Even with sort of hack type weight, which is what it looks like. It's coming over. Definitely going to chip it out. And that's a good outcome there for Team Archambault.
Might want to hit and roll now, right?
Yeah, why not? He might come right underneath the blue one.
It's hard to get to that stone with a freeze.
As you heard Mike, if
you can't draw there because those two stones are in the way.
Right.
You can get there with a hit. That's the reason I suggested
just off
the
nose
hit.
here. He gets them both and slides behind his own guard and sits 1-2. Mike did point that out to Tim, and he saw the light after checking in with his third. Looking for a hit and run. It's actually over curling now, but he's going to get a roll out of this.
Get the roll under is fine, and that's a good spot.
Yep.
A little tricky spot.
Jam there. Jam possibilities.
They were originally looking to roll under the corner, but the plan B was to go ahead and roll out under the center.
Yeah, we're getting closer to the tee line.
Yeah, back 4 now. A little tricky shot for Jerry Archambault here. He's got to cross over to the inside, center line side, hit this a little low to avoid the jam.
Yeah, if he hits it high, he's got an opportunity to run it right back on his own rock, which would not be the ideal scenario.
So we want to hit this nose or low. You're looking maybe for just a little inside roll here.
Down to skip rocks here in the first end. We've seen this run. This is a curly spot on the ice. This rock will curl with the right weight.
Yeah, not overthrown. This is just board weight.
Just right. Looks like more of a nose hit. Little roll.
Got a little inside.
Nicely thrown.
Tim Crofton's got to throw that same shot. Again, get a little inside. Center line side, hit this a little low. And get a little inside roll. That would be ideal.
Yeah, it doesn't look like the double's there unless it's on the high side.
A double doesn't buy you a bunch because you're sitting right in the open, and then Archambault can roll right under the center again.
Yep.
So I think you beat him to the spot. You're still going to be behind T line though. So there's still going to be an out, no matter what you do here. I mean, Tim does have the last rock. There are lots of good outcomes here. Even a nose is fine. If you make the double, that's okay.
As Mike DeMeo said to me about a half a dozen times during our experience in the rink this year, the best part, the first part of a hit and roll is a hit.
Correct.
And it is true.
Yeah, the silent hits don't roll very far.
I've curled with Bill Sewell over the years, and I've always said, "What about the roll?" He said, "I'll worry about the roll." Tim Crofton, now his first rock of the evening. Mike's thinking he's a little tight.
Waiting for the big swoop.
It may come over the top. It is. What a shot.
And he rolled under the corner.
That's tremendous, and he sits 1-2. I knew that shot was there.
Yep.
If he hit it wide.
Well, there are lots of good outcomes. You had a couple of ways to make the double. Nose hit wouldn't have been at the end of the world. And that works out just great.
Worked out fine.
Now Jerry Archambault's got to draw for shot buried and hope he's not gettable.
Yeah, or else he's
the bad news is that's a very high guard.
Sure is.
It may be gettable wherever you put it. So where do you put this stone, Craggs? Top 12? Enough to be shot?
I think right behind the blue on either full 8 foot wouldn't be bad.
Can't go too deep. It'd be too easy to tap it out, right?
But that blue rock's, only several inches from the center line, so it's got to have some shelter regardless of where it goes, right?
Yeah, you got to get it underneath. Yeah. The question is, how deep does this go?
Sure.
Maybe just biting the 8 foot is deep enough.
I mean, 20/20 hindsight. There's a double on the blue.
May not get there.
No, it's light and it's over curling on him. He's going to leave. I don't know that this is getting by. Oh, they got it by.
You're dragging.
And And they did not get it there.
It's just grabbing the rings, but it's not shot rocks. So now this is an open draw for 3 for Tim Crofton. An excellent start.
Little light there from Jerry. They were working it. It just ran out of momentum. So now pretty much not a lot of thought process here for Tim. He's got to just hit the rings here full. Even just several inches of the rings, and he's going to get himself 3 here in the first.
Nothing to think about here, right?
No,
he's already
not much.
2.
Not very much.
Already sitting 2.
I guess his first time in a game that's, has some value, and, it's a championship game. You can't be overthinking this one, Tim. Got to just get in there and throw your draw weight and let the boys bring it to the rings for you.
Plenty of room there. You could drive a tractor trailer through that port.
Yep. Rock could be as big as a manhole cover and get through there.
Yep.
Nice guy. I'm happy for him that he's got to this point. He's a super nice guy.
Obviously played very well to get to this point.
Absolutely. Doesn't hurt to have Mike Kessler as your third. That's like having Raymond Bork as your stay-at-home defenseman, for those of you who are hockey fans.
But your third's not throwing your last 2 rocks for you.
No, he's not. So Hammerstone first end. Crofton certainly with 2. This is for 3. Sure looks okay. If the weight's okay, he's
not light.
He's got it. No, it's not light. But it looks pretty good, actually, to me.
I would stay close, sweepers.
Mike is actually going for a little tick here off this rock.
That's okay.
And it's really all right.
I don't think they can sweep it through.
I don't think so either. Bill Sewell's going to try, but is not going to get there. That's a 3-bagger.
Not going to succeed. There's your 3.
Nice draw. Well, if you're the team scoring 3, you love it. If you're the team not scoring 3, it's not a great way to start. But a lot of game left.
Still early. If you're going to give up 3, do it early.
Sure, and you don't have to get them all back at once. If I'm not mistaken, during the regular season, Team Crofton won a pretty decisive win over Team Archambault. I don't think they played a whole game. I'm sure he'd like to repeat that again tonight. But if you know anything about Jerry Archambault and Bill Sewell, they will go down scrapping.
Indeed. Right into the second end, Jerry Archambault with Yellow Rocks will have the hammer here in the second as we get underway. This side wasn't played much last end. It sounds like sandpaper out there.
Yes, it does.
Got that guard up close to the center line.
And Jerry Archambault looking for a corner guard from Mike Ross. Looks like plenty of weight for the corner. Nicely thrown there by Mike. Very nicely thrown. I'm not sure. Is Mike a first-year curler? I'm not sure. Okay.
Yep.
Mike started the second half last year and has come a long way. Looks good. Nice delivery. Nice weight there from Mike.
Very enthusiastic.
Absolutely
and
enthusiastic.
A competitor.
And he's also helping. It's very seldom that we get somebody, a newbie, relative newbie to the game, that's helping out with the ice. Kudos to Mike Ross for that. Yeah. Our outstanding ice crew. It's kind of a thankless job sometime.
All the time.
Nobody knows that they're here at 6 o'clock in the morning shoveling snow. So we are grateful to have them.
Yeah, Mark Crane asked to go around the outside of that wide center. Came up just a wee bit short.
Got out in the fudge there a bit.
I like coming around the center line of those. If you're going to miss, then you have a center guard instead of another corner. With hammer, I like coming around that outside.
Sure. All right. Well, Jerry's got this corner guarded.
I think you got to come through the middle.
Yep.
Come around that high.
And if you're short, you got a center guard, right?
Yep.
That's what Tim's
There
going
you
to
go.
do.
You just got to figure out where the broom goes.
When you're throwing this rock, you almost have to tell yourself that if you're going to miss, you want to miss short. You know, junk it right up.
Well, you want to throw this just short of the house and then have the sweepers pull it in if your line looks good.
Yep.
If you throw it to the spot, you might wreck on the yellows.
How many times as a skip this year, I've gotten myself into trouble by throwing the rock without sweepers. Try to just throw the rock right to the 4-foot circle, and 9 times out of 10 I was heavy, and I think that might be the case when you try to do that.
And it doesn't curl.
Right.
You don't get the curl you anticipate
Nope.
anyway, but this will be okay. This is going to come up for a center. You're going to get a little rub and roll.
Perfect.
That works.
Jerry might want to give these a little jiggle here, yeah.
He's going to pop it in the open, though.
However, it's not a bad idea this early in the end because it's not lined up for anything the way it is.
Well, it's not helping you much.
Right.
If 5 rocks are up, I'd be tempted to start peeling out some of the garbage up front. Yes, they're hoping to hit this on the high
heavy,
side.
Actually. No, I guess it got it.
Yeah, they were wanting to hit it high
T-line.
side and roll for a guard.
Yeah, brought it right to the tee line.
It's wide open, though.
Nice shot there from Mike Hurd.
Messed up the raise on the center guard for sure.
Yep.
I think you got to kill it or kill the corner.
Yep.
It's wide open. You could probably hit and roll under.
Yeah, it's not the end of the world if you lose the corner either. In the chat room, Bill Krause has just aired in that Mike is out throwing stones before every match. That's great. Take advantage of the time to practice. This is a great shot here.
It's
from
all over
Brian.
it.
Yep. Great, and it's going to stick too.
Not going to get under. It's going to roll away a bit.
Oh, no, okay. It looked like it was going to get more of that.
It's okay. Got rid of a rock.
Yep. Newbie. This is going to work out fine for Jerry. A little heavy, maybe. And he's going to get one on the rings here.
And that one's wide open from the other side, but there's a whole side you could draw through now. Probably a good idea just to go top 4 here.
Opting to not go after that up 3. I think I like this. Get to the top of the 4.
You got to beat him to the 4. If you chase that, then
you leave the other chance. The other team
Archambault's going to bury one on
That's
you.
right.
So.
Sure. Good call here. Yeah, it looks toasty.
Looks very hot. This is the quicker side. This is the side that played all last time.
This is through the house weight. Unfortunate here for Mike.
Let's try it to dig.
I don't think so.
I don't think it's going to hang around.
Oh. Mike not happy with that one.
Now a chance to get a second rock in. This one's got a little Jamba Juice on it too. Don't know if this one's going to hang around. Now this side of the sheet slicked up. Now a chance for Mike Kessler to make an adjustment. Get to the top 4 first. Mike Kessler with his second. This also looks a little strong.
Not as much as the first one, but it's certainly back house.
Yeah.
Oh, this might be through as well.
This path.
Very uncharacteristic for our buddy Mike Kessler to be heavy twice in a row, but he certainly was.
This
wow.
path is really
Must be
fast.
really quick over there.
It's now 3 rocks down that line, and I think each one's gotten quicker.
Mm-hmm. Well, we'll see what Bill Sewell can do here. The rings are pretty much wide open. There's a couple center guards, but a lot of room to draw behind. It's getting tighter. Also heavy.
This one's lighter than the last, but it's still coasting.
It's going to go back house for sure. This might go through. Oh, my goodness.
And it will go through.
Wow.
Who can find a weight here? That's 4 rocks.
No, we've had a bunch of chances to make this stick down to skip rocks here. Let's see if Tim Crofton can find draw weight here, because
show him how to do it,
clearly
Tim.
The thirds of both teams, both Bill Sewell and Mike Kessler, 2 of the absolute best curlers in our club, could not find draw weight there.
Got to be 25 seconds, right?
I would think so, for those guys to chuck them to the hack almost with sweeping.
Looked like that path was getting faster with every throw.
Yep.
First hog to the trough here, right?
Oh, absolutely.
Man, we've been 3 shots trying to find the 4-foot.
Tim can spoil the hole. If you can put one on the top of the 4-foot behind the blue and yellow one right there, I think you're going to be really in good shape for a steal. Definitely got out to the broom.
A little inside out on the delivery.
Yeah, line looks pretty good.
I think it's got plenty of weight.
Plenty of weight.
Got to get it by, though.
Whoa.
Trying to get it by.
It's by. Still going back to the back of the house.
It's going to sit for a shot? No?
No, it's not. It's gone. It's going right through. Wow.
4 in a row through.
Unbelievable. Where did Bill, I had turned away for a moment. Where did Bill Sewell's first rock go?
To the hacks.
Okay, so 4,
Yep.
both thirds through?
Yep.
Wow. So in a shot that seemingly doesn't look like can be made at this point, we're going to see who can make us wrong up here.
See who can get there first. Jerry Archambault's turn to find.
I'm guessing if you find the right weight, this is really going to curl.
I think it'll
I
buckle
think
hard.
it'll really curl if you find the right weight. So got to get out to the broom here.
So the upper hand belongs to Jerry Archambault and his team. If he can find the top of the house here.
This weight looks good.
Looks better.
Yeah. Might even be a little light. He's light. They're not getting this to the rings.
And this will force Tim Crofton a little bit wider. This will be in a slower path.
True. Still there, though.
But the draw is still there. They're going to have to go out into the 12-foot now.
Now the shot becomes tricky because the further out, you're going to be on fresh pebble out there, right?
It'll get slower.
It'll be a little sticky. See what Tim can do here. Players are having a hard time finding the rings. You know, you look from the other end, that 12-foot circle looks like it's immense, doesn't it?
It does.
And trying to walk a rock down here on the rings can sometimes be virtually impossible, as this one lonely yellow rock way back here in the back 12-foot usually is not the type of rock that'll win an end.
No.
But all bets are off here in the second. Tim Crofton with his last rock in the second end. Would love to spoil the party here in the second end for Jerry Archambault if he can get one around all these rocks in the front here. He looks like he's got a pretty good line. Gave it a little push.
It's out wider, so this may not track as...
The weight is actually pretty good on this one, I believe. No, it's still gliding, though. Still gliding. This may check up for shot rock.
Just that much wider.
That's going to be shot rock. Look at that.
And it's still back house.
Yep. However, it's sitting one. Wide open here for Jerry now. He's actually got enough room where he could come down with the right weight and just tap that through and get his deuce.
Well, they know the line. They've been through there several times, right?
The
and they've thrown the weight.
They know the line, absolutely.
I think the only difference is it is a bit wider now.
Yep.
I mean, Tim barely got there. Might be able to catch a half a rock here.
Hammerstone, second end. Jerry Archambault looking to get his one here.
No! No! Yes!
Looks pretty good.
All the way! Come on, all the way!
Looking to get a little tap on this back blue.
Yep. Not quite enough to do it. He's going to get his one. Nice throw there from Jerry. So, Team Archambault gets their one, and for the way the end shaped up, it's, I guess, not a bad thing. Pulls him to within two. We have the 12-foot nailed. It can be a funny game sometime, this game we play. It looks so simple, and it's not quite as simple as it looks.
I think both teams are chasing the weight of the ice there as it sped up.
It's very seldom that you see Bill Sewell and Mike Kessler heavy with both two rocks in a row. Curled with both guys over the years, and I don't know that I've ever seen them do that.
Start of the third end. Tim Crofton's team with the Blue Rocks will have the hammer as we get underway. Mark Crane drawing out to the wings, and they just ran out of rings out there. Not on.
Trying to get my daughter Cody on in the chat room from the island of Grenada. She's in her first year of veterinary school. She just completed her first semester with a 3.93, and I'm hoping that she can say hello to us in the chat room. And I'm going to boast I'm not much of a doting dad, but I'm really proud of where she's got herself to this point in her education. So Cody, if you got my text, come on and say hello to us. Two nice center guards here for Archambault. I'm going to question Tim Crofton's strategy right now with those two guards up. I think you want to try and come around here. You give the other team a chance to get there first with the two guards up, right? Might be able to jiggle them around without taking them out.
Unless you can double them off.
Right. And obviously with free guard is still in play here. I think this right might go behind.
Yeah, if you're playing to the wings, you got to be planning to get rid of the centers. It's your first opportunity.
I agree.
So he's got a corner in play.
Jerry won't hurt himself to tap something up here or draw.
He's going to play the tap game with those two side by sides.
I think you're going to play the raise here.
Line's good. Weight looks
This is
pretty
actually
good.
looking real good. Might pop it out into the open. And in fact, it did. Good weight, though, for that shot. I don't know if he was drawing or he was tapping.
He called for the tap.
Did he call for the tap? Okay.
Just needed to curl up another inch.
Yep. Well, you got 6 feet to roll here, so anything but wide is good here.
It's coming up
Coming
pretty
up
good.
hard now. Better go a little bit.
Now it's going to be beautiful. It's going to take a half a rock and roll under.
Nice shot. Nice
Beauty.
shot there from Brian. Very nice.
Let's use it to get in the park. Let's not just throw it away.
Thank you. Thank you, John. Brian Lowe looking to draw around this stone, and of course if you miss short you're going to guard this, so you got to be thinking the miss is to be short. Weight's real close. A little kiss would be good here. If he can get a little bump, it's going to guard it nicely, and that worked out real well for him. Looks like Jerry's asking Bill for a run back here on the one that Brian just threw. No hammer here for Archambault.
Yes! Yes, roll it! Yes! I want to roll that. Okay. Want to make sure it goes.
Mission accomplished there. Just wanted to peel it off. Now Mike will be back in line either for a draw or a guard. It looks like he's going to ask him for the guard.
I mean, I don't like guarding it with hammer.
Nope.
I like coming around, maybe tapping it.
Yeah, the only risk that you take in this is if you completely expose the blue rock with all those guards on the left, you give Archambault a chance to hit and roll under the junk here.
Right. That's why I like coming around and maybe catching a half a rock and tapping it back and
Right.
rolling under.
Yep.
Sit two, split.
That's the ideal scenario, I think. Mike Kessler, third end. We're down to vice rocks here.
Looking hard now. It's light.
It is.
Just going to get the guard.
Yep, pro side miss there is.
Left a half a rock exposed, though.
Yep.
Play ahead, play shot.
Looking for a light finesse type takeout here, like a hack weight type takeout from Bill. And again, if he chips the blue one out of the way, it's not horrible. Oh, he made it. What a throw. That's just a great shot from Bill.
Yeah,
Didn't get the blue one off the rings and made it its second rock in the back. There's more of the yellow stone showing than the previous shot, so I think Mike's going to want to.
Yep. And
Throw
it,
the
it backed
same
up
shot.
around the guard, too.
It
So
did.
can't throw a lot of weight at this.
Nope. This is like a hack weight to a little.
Want to get right to nose.
We'll see if Mike can make one curl. This is more ice than Jerry gave to Bill, but there is more of the rock exposed. Might jam it.
He's going to catch it thin enough.
Might
I think
jam
it'll
it.
go over the top.
Yep, it did, and it rolled over. Look at this.
Oh, it
Look
rolled
at
to a
this
freeze.
outcome. Oh, it rolled to a perfect freeze.
Dirty,
Wow.
dirty dog.
That was the old snooker shot. Good throw there from Mike Kessler. Forcing Jerry to outdraw the blue stones here. Jerry pointing out to the front end here that he would like this stone to be on the top of the forefoot, behind the guards. Buried would be a good curling terminology. Great shot there from Mike Kessler, and we're down to skip rocks here. Surely puts Jerry in a position to steal here if he can get one behind these guards. I don't know if this has got legs to get there or not. I don't think so. No. A little light from Jerry. Tim's sitting 1 and 2. He's got to come around.
Yeah, Tim needs to beat Jerry Archambault to the spot. Don't want to come too deep here and let him freeze on you because your other shots are on just touching the 8-foot, right? So maybe take this draw path.
You know, it's funny if you
Top 8, show him a half rock.
Absolutely. You know, if you're struggling with your draw weight, Jerry does have a couple of rocks here on the left side of the sheet looking down that he can tap up that are both playable. See what Tim leaves him here. Both skips are having their fits trying to find the 4-foot circle here in this thus far in the game. First skip rock from Tim Crofton with hammer here in the third, up 3-1 over Jerry Archambault. I think this has got legs. And not quite enough to outcount the third rock. It is another rock on the rings, however. So that would be fourth rock.
Could score if they tap their blue that's frozen to the yellow.
Mm-hmm.
Jerry Archambault needs to get in the stone age. You got to play the tap or the draw. That outturn draw is looking a bit uglier now.
Yes, it is. Yeah, because he's going to hurt himself. He's going to take his only rock that's counting out. And if he doesn't make it, he leaves the door open for a multiple end here from Tim Crofton.
Yeah, Jerry needs a second rock end pretty desperately here. Tim will have a relatively, if he were shooting now, has a relatively simple hit for 4.
He's been a little light with his first draw. The previous end, it was easy to be heavy coming towards the glass with the outturn. See if Jerry can make a draw here. His last rock of the third end. And a crucial spot in the game. Okay, he's changed his mind. He was going to draw. Now he's going to hit.
Interesting call.
Mm-hmm.
Risks losing his own yellow stone.
To do the hit, his Yellowstone's got to go bye-bye. So.
Well, you're either hitting and rolling out, which is conceding 3.
Right.
Or you're removing your own stone and hoping you're going to get a good roll.
That's
here.
right.
If you don't make the roll here, you'll be in trouble.
Big shot, gutsy call. Rock's sailing on him. Shooter's going bye-bye. Wow. I'm not sure if he's sitting 2 right now, is Tim? It's out of our view here. Hard to tell from this angle.
Yeah,
Mike's taking a look at him.
It's pretty close. Yellow may be sitting second rock. Pull up our farhouse view.
I don't know.
I don't know. That's really close, isn't it?
Sure is, yep.
Might be more obvious to the players at the other end.
Mike is pointing out that he could split the blue rock, come around with draw weight, and just tap the blue rock that's on the 12-foot and split his shooter in for 3. Would be an option here.
Even a draw for 2 ain't bad, but a hit
Looks
for
like
3.
He's going to go after this one for 3.
Already sitting 1. Jam doesn't much matter. long as you hit this on the center line side. So it looks like yellow is sitting second.
Hammer stone to the end here. Last stone, third end. Tim Crofton with a chance to get 3 and open this game right up. Even if he loses his shooter, he'll get a deuce as long as he hits the rock.
A little tight.
Nope, not happening.
A little more weight would have been fine.
Yep, gave it a little turn maybe. Good try there. Just a little inside, I believe. Mike Kessler, his third, yelling right away out of his hand to sweep it. So a 1, I believe that's going to be a 1 for Team Crofton to take a 4-1 lead after 3. That's a shot that may or may not come into play as the game progresses. Could have got 2, could have got 3, and only got 1 there. I like to think that 3 is a comfortable lead in curling, but it is not at the level we play.
So Jerry Archambault with the Yellow Rocks will have the hammer here in the 4th end.
First rock of the end going on the rings. Jerry's going to disregard that and set up his corner. That's a great shot. Mark Crane now in a sub position here for Tom Wilkinson. Looking for a guard here in the 4th end. And it looks like he's going to get a good one. It's kind of an over and upper. Nice throw there from Mark. Very nice. Perfect. You heard Jerry asking Mike for a top 4-foot draw here. It's on the fast path here.
Going for the tick.
I don't think they got it. Oh, they did get it. That worked out. Probably back house or through if it didn't hit something. Back house anyway.
Now the yellow one's got to go regardless of who shot here.
I don't know. How many viewers do we have this evening, Raja?
Up to 10. Our standards are low here at the Utica Curling Club
Well,
channel.
I think we did a bonspiel. I don't know if it was the college bonspiel we did.
Oh, we had hundreds for that.
We had 170 people
Right.
on at one point online watching the games. Yep. That was fun.
And for the college nationals as well, we had a big crowd.
Yep. Real tight here is Brian. He's going to be on his guard. Might run it right back into his. Oh no, it's going to go by it. Didn't hurt him all that much, actually. It didn't hurt him all that much.
We'll let Archambault sit 2 here.
Yep. Important to keep the shooter. Even rolling away is good. Don't want to roll towards the one in the center and leave a double for Crofton. Mike might have set this one out a little bit. I don't know that this one is even going to come back. It's going to hit it, but it's going to lose. The shooter's going bye-bye. And it's going to leave
Blue one's going to hang on the rings.
Crofton with a biter in the back here.
Got to kill that Yellowstone.
Yipper.
Sit 1 and 2. That's the
Yep, and we'll
golden rule without
take
hammer.
2 out of the equation with one
Yeah.
rock here. For the time being, if we can make a hit. Line's getting better here for Brian.
So he's going to catch a piece.
Yeah.
And the
Hung out
shooter
with another
maddeningly
biter.
sits on.
Hung out for another biter. But still open. Draw path still open here for Archambault. And Mike Hurd's second rock here. He'll try and get one behind their yellow one.
Might be off the ring. It's awfully close.
Not going to bury. He actually may go through.
Going to hang on enough that they'll have to hit it.
Yep.
Inside out.
Mike Kessler being asked to throw draw here. He's got a backer if he's heavy.
And stand behind that yellow rock, see if you've got line. Crofton's really not in position to see if they've got
No, he's
any
not. He's got to
backing.
be right behind that yellow rock. Would give him a better out. Better vantage point being right behind the rock you're trying to possibly draw to. But it didn't wind up in a bad spot.
Wide open, though.
Shot rock. Got across the face to not jam it.
And the risk of not eliminating that rock is now, by leaving a yellow counter on the rings, gives Archambault a chance to sit 2 here. Still waiting for this to curl.
Coming now. I think it's jamming.
It's a dead jam with that angle.
Yep.
Well, that's why you put your rocks above their rocks.
Indeed.
It always opens up that possibility. Now a chance for Mike Cussler to get underneath this stone.
Don't need big three. Don't need big weight here. Just a nice control shot.
A nice board weight here would be great.
Yeah. Looks like that's what he's got. It's not curling yet.
This will go hard once it gets to the center line.
Boy, and they might do the same thing that Bill's did. Boom, boom. No, I think he's going to go by it. So 2 jam shots in a row. Don't know who's second rock by this angle.
Hard to see.
Mm-hmm. Tough call from here.
If I was guessing, I would say yellow, but too close to call.
Love to get a hit roll underneath these guards here.
Gonna jam it again. But they did get the roll under.
They did get the roll under, though. So that was a good outcome for Team Archambault because they are underneath the guard with shot rock.
Yeah, they're in a real good spot now to score their deuce. Tim's going to have to draw down 2, face that yellow stone, or maybe sneak a half a rock behind it.
I was just going to say, if he can outdraw it, he's in business.
So you either want to wind up here, or you want to wind up like kind of half under in the back. Might be a little further back. Might have to go back here.
Yeah, you don't want to bump if you can help it.
Well, if you're right there, it's not bad either.
Yeah.
Or if you're a little heavy and get the good line, you can go right behind it, maybe half buried. That would be very difficult to remove.
Tough skip shot here. These are the shots where you either love skipping or you hate skipping.
There you go.
Or a little bit of both. Maybe today you love it and maybe tomorrow you don't.
Tim needs a good draw here.
A little wide. Set this just a little wide, I think. If the weight is right, it's going to curl like crazy, though. His front end does not think it had enough legs, and it clearly did.
They were just caught twixt and tween there.
Yeah. Going to be shot rock, however.
And T-line weight. Foot less line, that would have been a little better, or a foot and a half less line.
Yeah, I think he may have set it out a little bit from the angle I was sitting at where the broom was. He started it just a little bit wide. But certainly perfect weight there from Tim.
Now a chance for Jerry Archambault to hit and roll another one under, set up a possible score of 3. Good news for Tim, if he hits and rolls under again, he'd probably be at or behind T-line. It might open up a freeze.
Mm-hmm. First skip rock from Jerry Archambault in the 4th end, looking to hit and roll here. Looks like he's going to get to the nose and not much more than that. And he did get to the nose. So he's leaving Tim out here.
Yep, Tim can now hit and roll under. Main thing is make this thing go away.
Yep.
Got to be careful. The hit and roll under does leave a jam. in the back. So if you hit and roll under, you want to make sure you get to a good spot.
Tim Crofton's last rock of the fourth end. In a little bit of a scramble here, trying to keep Jerry Archambault to 2. And with a good shot here, he might steal the end. If he can slide underneath these 2 yellow rocks, he's going to make a tough shot for Jerry to score. I think the line looks good here on this shot.
Whoa, whoa. Yes, yes.
I think he's got a good looking shot here. That's a beauty. It's not going to outcount it, unfortunately. But it did cut him to 1. And it's in a hard spot for Jerry to get it. I think Jerry's bona fide got a draw for 2 here.
Yep, force him to draw for 2.
Good shot.
Buried behind the corner.
Curled just a little bit less, he would have been shot rock.
Curled a little too much.
I mean, a little too, right, exactly. Had to hit a little bit more of the rock. Good throw. Good pressure shot there from Tim Crofton. Still a lot of game left here.
Two's not the end of the world here for Tim.
No.
He still will have hammer up 1 in control.
But very important for Jerry to make this, to make it a 1-point game.
Absolutely. Just needs full 8.
Yep. Hammer rock fourth end. Jerry Archambault drawing for 2.
No, I don't think so.
It looks a little toasty. This is through the house.
I think Bill Sewell's already
With
conceding
no
it.
sweeping.
Yep.
Oh, that's an unfortunate miss there for Jerry Archambault. He had a shot for his deuce, and unfortunately he only came up with 1.
So going into the 5th end, Tim Crofton with the blue rocks will have the last rock advantage. Leading 4-2.
Now we're starting to get into the later ends of the game here. Tim Crofton up 4-2 over Archambault. You want to score here if you're Tim Crofton. 1's okay.
1's definitely okay.
1's okay. Just want to score if you're Tim here. Don't want to let Jerry steal and get back into the game here. You're in control of the game. You want to get your 1, do everything you can to score, and keep that little bit of a cushion that you have.
Well, you want to push for your deuce if you can, but you can't forget to score. You can't try so hard that you don't wind up scoring.
Sure.
Because you're in control up 2. No sense in leaving this on the 4-foot.
Nope. Nice throw here from Mark Crane. All over it.
Nice bumper weight. Going to get an outside roll as well.
Yep.
Beauteous.
That's perfectly placed. Nice shot. Jerry will disregard and try to get a center guard up here from Mike Ross.
Yeah, the nice thing about the 5-rock rule, even in club curling now for team with hammer, is that you can run that rock off the 4-foot and then still have a chance to throw a corner guard unmolested with your next rock.
Sure.
So you're not throwing the deuce out the window when you make that hit and roll to the side on that first stone. Good center guard.
Mike Ross continuing with his superb play this evening. Very nicely thrown. I like the call here from Tim. If you're narrow and you chip the yellow one off the center, it's not bad. But trying to sit 1-2 here is a good idea early in the end. Oh, this is fine.
Don't mind chipping this off.
Don't
to the
mind chipping
side.
that off at all.
That is fine.
Got on the rings. All 3 rocks are on the rings
So
now.
2 blues on the rings and no center guard.
Might not be a bad time to hit one of those the blue rock that's at the top of the 12-foot and flop over into the center.
And I think it'll
Took
roll
2
on the
birds
rings,
with one
though.
stone.
Yeah, it'll roll on the rings. It's hard to steal. I think Jerry needs to steal probably this end. Down 2.
This is going to be a sitting duck. Right on the American flag. And a little bit then. Yeah, covered the pin.
Get rid of that and roll somewhere.
Go either way, yep.
All those blue rocks sitting on the rings that start jangling your nerves here in a minute.
Yes, it's very true.
Without hammer and no guards.
Nope.
Got into a little straight spot there.
He's definitely chipping it out.
And that's fine.
Looks like Mike made a nice adjustment of his weight here. Hi. Still going on the rings. Right to the tee line, maybe? Not quite. Yep, right to the pot.
Well, he's got the button weight down.
Yes, he does.
Unfortunately, that's not what they're looking for.
Where are those button draws when you need them?
There you go.
So Brian Lowe will have another chance to make another takeout here.
This one's a little tighter.
Yeah, he adjusted his weight nicely as well. Don't think you can hurt this.
You don't want to wait too late here. This is going to bolt.
Yeah, shooter's going bye-bye. Unless it hits.
It did. Caught on the catcher.
Oh, my. So they're sitting 1 and 2.
Which is ahead of who? Which one is the closest to me?
Thank you.
Which one of those 2 stones is
Oh.
closest to me?
Yeah, it looks like they're sitting 2 here. And a yellow rock that is, let's say it's got 1 foot in and 1 on a banana peel, I think.
We're being fed here this evening. We're being showered with pizza and cookies and all kinds of goodies from the ladies, and we're very grateful for that. Thank you.
How much of the inside stone do I have to hit to make the double?
We even have a Mr. Bill cookie. Bill Sewell trying to execute a double here to lose both of these blue rocks.
Oh, it's going out. Yes! All right, let it go.
I'm going to get a nose hit on the one on the right. And it just
And a
flopped
little
over
roll.
to a good shot. Shot rock it is.
Archambault team is looking for some damage control there. As the blue rocks were starting to build up with no guards in play.
takeout drilled really hard when it crossed that center line. A little more. A little bit.
An aggressive call here coming around the corner, saving that yellow rock in the back for later.
Hurry hard.
And that's going to come up short. Line was right. So they had the right ice. Just not enough weight.
Possibility now for Team Archambault to sit 3 here.
Pretty good, Jeff. Need a little bit. Oh! Got a curl at top.
It's not light. That's through the house.
And that's out the back.
Man. So we're looking for the 4-foot here. 4-foot has been an aloof creature this
Yeah,
game.
it's been very elusive.
My God.
Mike was a bit short with his last. See if he makes the right correction here. They had the ice right. This is a little more. Sweepers are working it now. Plenty of room here.
Take it at the edge, sweep. Come on, get up there.
Not coming over.
Take it down.
Don't want to make it not shot. Okay.
They got it about edge on edge. Shot, but behind T line.
I think Jerry's got to play the draw. He's got a backer there, right? I think he'd
for
like
sure.
to outdraw him.
And, you know, the good news for Jerry is his yellow rock that's frozen is dead jamming on the rock that was just thrown. So that yellow rock can't be removed anymore.
Good point.
That's pretty close to a jam. You apply your 90-degree rule here. It might just miss it on the backside, but it's awfully close.
Big shot here from Jerry. Can put himself right back in the game if he can sneak one around these guards here.
He's out there.
Gotta be there.
That's going to be short of the rings.
Just got a biter out of
All right,
it.
now let's cue this up here. Can we sneak that? Let's apply our 90-degree rule here. Oops, I can't draw a straight line, folks. I think it clips the backside, right?
Boy, I don't know.
It's really close, right?
Smash it right on the nose. I don't know. It might go by.
It might go just
Might go
behind.
under it. Yep.
It's really close. It's a draw for two otherwise. That's a lot easier.
After the curling game, we're going to take Mr. Gingerbread Man down on the ice, and we're going to drop a curling stone on him.
Yeah, Tim can't get three because the rock on the top of the rings is not out counting the yellow one on top of the rings. So this is just an easy as we say, easy draw for two.
Easy.
They haven't been making many of these easy draws.
Nope.
Tim's made a few.
He does have the hammer here. This is a very important shot in this curling game. He looks light. I don't know. You think it's got weight? Boy, I had a lot more weight than I thought. Curling now. Not going to bury.
Not going to like that spot.
And right on the pin again, just back of the pin. Back of the button.
And that's an out for Jerry. Draw right to that stone.
Or do you play the double and sit three and force him to a pressured shot against three?
I think you got to freeze all day long.
Yep.
Now Tim Crofton with hammer this end, sitting two. Last skip rock for Jerry Archambault here in the fifth end.
A little more weight than Tim threw. I'll tell you what, he's going to leave this right in the open. No, it's coming over.
Curling up nice.
It's coming up nice. Good shot from Jerry. Boy, it curled late. It looked like it was going to hang there, and it really curled up nice for him. Can see most of this rock.
Question is, can you move it far enough?
It's a nose hit for two, right?
Well, I'm not sure the two blues take themselves out, but I think you got to go for it, right? If you can get the nose.
Schnazzola on the
This
yellow
goes
rock.
here.
Two blue. Looks like two blue from me.
Question is, where does this rock go? Does it clear?
Yep. I think so.
You don't want to touch that guy. It may just go off this rock, in which case you wind up taking everything out, but you get one.
Yeah.
Got to move this yellow, though. That's for sure. And you got to move it with some weight.
Like we said at the start of this end, if you're Tim Crofton and you get one, it's kind of mission accomplished. You had three.
One is fine.
Yep, with three ends to play.
It's a little tricky shot here. You can't hit this high. You'll give up a steal.
Correct.
Unless you hit it really high and send it over the top. You hit this really thin.
Oh, boy. I don't know. Is that possible? Maybe, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hit that with weight really thin. That should go over the top. It's going to get right to nose here.
Hammerstone fifth end.
And it's not tight.
It's down weight and it's going to curl.
Trying to get it by the guard.
Not by. Not by. It's going to be a steal.
Not enough weight. Down
Nope.
weight.
Yep.
Needed to move that two stones. I needed to throw probably a good solid firm weight at that. Steal a one for Jerry Archambault. Tightens up the game. So after 5 ends of play, Tim Crofton 4, Jerry Archambault 3. Tim Crofton will have the hammer in the blue rocks here in the 6th end. Still in control, up one with a hammer in 6. Should have 2 hammers to 1. If you're throwing the blue rocks.
Start of the 6th end here. We're kind of in the same boat. Tim Crofton would love to score in this end. Just certainly don't want to let Archambault steal. Even if it's 1, you'll have a 2-point lead with 2 ends remaining. Mike Ross's first stone is on the rings, and Tim will elect to hit it.
That looked really wide.
We set that out just a little bit. Nope. A rare miss from Mark Crane. He's had a good game right up to this moment. So unfortunate there. Now Mike Ross will play a little defense here with Jerry Archambault and try and cover this rock up. Doesn't need much. Nice throw there from Mike.
All right, just got to lock one on to shot stone. If you noodle that guard over, that doesn't hurt.
Mark will look to freeze down to shot rock here. Much better line on this one. Getting better with every turn. Don't want to bump. It's going to bump it a little, but not a bad shot there from Mark. I'll tell you what.
That is perfect.
That is a great, great shot. Beautiful.
Never laid a brush to it.
Nope. He just set it right down there. He's had a very good game.
I think he got to get right on top of the stack.
I mean, if you go behind these two rocks, it's not the end of the world either, the way that they're stacked. But you need another guard.
Too early.
Yeah, too early. Wouldn't be a bad miss.
I think if you sit right on top of the blue, you're still in good shape. Rock on top of rocks.
It's what he's got, too. This is a good-looking shot. Going to bounce. A little bounce.
It's fine.
Yeah.
Beauty.
Nice shot from Mike.
And it got a nice angle.
Wow. Good throw.
Yeah, you got to get on top of the stack again. You want to be the last one on top. Angles are terrible for blue. You can't take the, I guess you can take the guard out now, right? We've got 5 rocks in play, right?
1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah. This is
got one in the
is a
back,
6
which we
rock.
don't
This
see.
is a 6
So
rock, yeah. There's one in the crib.
don't mind killing the guard here.
Flung her out. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. A little inside out, and away she goes.
Yep.
Where
Got
she stops,
to hit a rock.
Nobody knows.
Yeah, clearing the guard would be fine.
Yeah.
Nah, it gets a bit sticky.
Yep. Nice shot there. 2 nice shots from Mike Hurd. Very nice. Nicely thrown by Mike. And Tim Crofton's got to play cleanup here a little bit now.
A little wide again, but this will come back.
I think this is going by everything. Going to hit the rocks in the back here. Boink, boink, boink. Jerry will waste no time putting another guard back. Good news for Tim is if they don't cover this up, I don't think there's any way if you hit that top yellow one that's on the blue that you don't wind up shot rock if you're Tim. I wasn't sure what the call is. Is he coming around?
And it's called for a
I
guard.
thought he called for a guard. Get the best of both worlds here. Okay. They jiggled him around for Tim. Now what?
I think you come off a yellow and push the yellow out. Let's see if I can get up the near house here. If you hit this guy here and run into your blue, you can get rid of that yellow.
Yep.
That improves things tremendously.
Big time. Might sit 1-2.
Yep, it won't be long, but I mean, it gets rid of this problem yellow.
Right. Yep.
Yep, Tim's all over it. Coming a different way at it here. He's just going to head for the top one. Yeah, I like going. Yeah, Mike is. I tighten him up though. It's an awful lot of ice for a double. Even less. There you go. We're all cheering behind the glass here. Tighten her up, boys.
Getting the hook. He had four people call in line for him, and 5 including his third. So that's funny. A funny bunch curlers are.
Yes, yes. Yes.
This is not going to hit the yellow one on the left. Actually, it did.
It's in a good spot.
In a good spot, because the double's going to jam into the yellow one.
Also pop the yellow one into the open
That's
as well.
the right call right here that Jerry's looking at. A little tap on this yellow one.
No, this one's white, this one's on green. Problem is, if you hit them, you're going to take us out. Mark? That would work, but I'd rather tap this up the button. If you hit right here, it pushes it straight up. If you freeze to it, we may be sitting 1-2, we may be sitting 1-3. Great.
Looks like we're looking for a little tap on the yellow one here. Jerry and Bill are running over options.
Raise this one up fine. Nose hit will do it also. Beeline. Up, black pearl.
Weight's right. Weight's perfect. He's got a perfect shot here. Absolute perfect shot. Great shot there from Billy Sewell. Great shot. I like throwing the double here. Just off nose, he gets them both. Sits 3.
It's tough to get to the outside of the stone, though. Really tough. You got to skinny this top yellow.
Even if he bashes, if he just skinnies the third rock, the third yellow one up there, he may get them both like that the hard way.
You just want to skinny that guard
to
get them both.
Sure.
The problem is Tim is hiding a rock. There it is, right there.
Yep.
That's a little bit in the way.
He could just tick that one and get them both. Nope.
Oh, no. That was interesting.
Well, we moved them around, and those blue ones were not lined up to do much of anything, and now they are lined up to do something. I'm not sure who shot. Looks like yellow's still shot. Jerry will try to stuff another one down in here. Tim's got some good options now that those blue ones got jiggled around a little. And Jerry can spoil the party right now if he draws one right down to the pot here.
Got a nice pocket back there.
Yes, he does.
Tim is going to have an angle raise or a little draw through the hole.
Jerry Archambault is trying to draw right down to the pocket here. There's a couple different ways of making this. He could just tick off of the yellow one in the 8-foot and get there. He could miss this wide and chip the yellow one that's in the 8-foot into there. So there's a bunch of ways of making this.
You get top 4 is fine. Cuts off the draw path, and that also gets in the way of the angle raise.
Yep. Top 4, there's still a double there with one of these blue rocks with the one that's closest to the center. Oh, it went sideways on him. He's on the top guard.
I just bolted.
It may take the raises away, however.
It may just open everything up.
It is going to open up shot rock. Oh, boy.
And that is not.
Here's an opportunity for Tim now.
Not sure what happened to that pick.
I'm not. It might have picked. That rock really made a big move. I'm not sure it didn't pick. It wasn't that light. No, it wasn't that light. It moved that rock over quite a bit. I think the weight was pretty close. It just really made a big move on him. It's one of those you'd like to have back, that's for sure. So Tim Crofton with a big opportunity here. Now that the shot rock has been exposed. Don't have to overthrow this. Looks like a good shot.
Gonna clip the upper yellow.
Wow.
That works.
That worked well.
It just
Did
floated
it tick?
out.
I didn't see it. Did it tick the yellow
rock?
rock?
It did.
Mike Kessler was in my vision.
It
field
redirected.
there, so I couldn't tell, but holy moly. Wow.
It just floated out. Mike anticipated the curl, and it backed up on him.
It does leave the freeze opportunity open here. Next, he's going to hit. I don't know what he's looking for. Just tap back, wait to sit shot rock, right? Sure, you want to move this blue one. Don't want to just freeze and give up the end. With Crofton having hammer here, he's got to throw enough weight to move this blue rock back and sit right in front of it, and he'll have a good chance to steal if he does so.
But not far. It needs to
couple feet, foot and a half.
Foot and a half, back
foot and
four.
A half, sure.
Yep. If you leave too much room, it can be tapped back for Tim to score. So Tim Crofton sitting 2.
Nice shot there from Tim. Got a good looking shot here, does Jerry? Good looking shot. Here it comes. This is a perfect shot.
Yes! Come on! Come on! Come on!
And he didn't move it far enough. I don't know, if Tim is sitting 1 and 2, he's got to eat his last stone. And even scoring 1 here is not bad. Because it's danger, Will Robinson, trying to get that blue one out of there.
It's hard to move that blue.
Unless
the yellow. You can get to the inside. It depends how much risk you want to take here. Or you play the angle raise.
Can't really hurt himself here, like chipping one of those blue ones in, can he? I don't think so. Because a blue rock, the raise of the blue, it's not coming through. If it comes to the pile, it's...
If it comes to yellow, he's going to score 2. If
Correct.
it comes to the blue, he's still going to score 1.
That's right.
So we're looking at maybe raising this one into the pile.
For 3.
For 2. So we're assuming that that's second rock up front.
Thinking he wants to chip the yellow one with it, doesn't he? If he hits the blue rock, that's the second one near the U and the R of curling, anywhere, it hits the yellow one out for 3.
You just got to make sure you skid or bind.
Yeah, got to hit what he can see of it.
Everything you can see.
Yeah.
I'm just not sure you can get enough of it.
Don't even look this way. That's not an option. This way is not an option.
Especially the way that rock hangs.
I know. Oh my goodness. I mean, if you cross the face, great. It's for 2. But
This is one of those, again, this is one of those times where you say you don't forget to score this end.
Exactly.
Right.
Right. I mean,
don't try so hard for big end.
I like this shot that he's looking at right now.
This one's very low risk.
Exactly. I don't see how he can hurt himself from giving up the end.
You'd have to be very unlucky.
Yep.
I think you just have to be spectacularly unlucky here to not score. I think
and just throw a tap. He made a shot like this to beat Mike DeMeo. Exact same shot. It couldn't be any more tailor-made. He made a shot exactly like this against us, where he just threw kind of like back 8 weight.
If you nick that yellow rock, you'll score 3.
Correct. And this is one you don't want to overthink this too much. You want to pick your broom, pick your weight, and throw it.
Throw back 4 weight
right.
here.
Just don't overthink this. This is not a real risky shot.
If it goes onto this, no harm, no foul, right? If it goes onto shot rock.
Maybe this is a Skip's way of blowing off a little steam before you throw the rock. Yeah. Maybe.
But if you go on the shot rock, you're scoring 1 or 2. If you go off the yellow rock, I think you're scoring 3.
I agree.
Right? So you're scoring somewhere between 1 and 3, I think, with this. Back 4, back 8.
Just can't see much of the other blue one.
You
the
can
one
even
that's
throw
close.
hack weight.
This is the one you got to go after.
Yeah. I play tighter ice and play hack at this. Hit it as thin as you can hit it.
Yeah.
Right? Try to redirect it onto the yellow rock or on the backside and roll it up to the pin.
He's got a very keen player holding the broom at this end for him, too, who won't let him make too vast a mistake. So If it's wide and he just kind of ticks it over, you know what I mean? This is a very low-risk shot, I believe. I mean, more of the famous last words in curling. What can possibly go wrong?
Yeah, what can possibly
here?
go wrong?
You know? Nothing can possibly go wrong here.
I just think the way the angles are set up there, that you're going to be shot no matter what.
Howie Feldman just said, Roger used the word skitter. That's correct. That's my favorite word. Kessler gives me a hard time about using the word skitter. So, good one, Howie. Looks pretty good, but we got to go. He's like, he got all that time thinking this one over, and he got the yips.
It's still moving.
It is still moving. It's got a chance. It looks light, though.
You might get the middle one.
Yeah. Not enough weight.
You get
for
the middle one. It's not enough weight.
Not enough weight for the middle one. Just don't want to tap him in for one.
Yeah.
So
that's how you can mess it up.
Well, it's one. Looks like one anyways. I think it's one. Yeah, it's clearly one. One blue. So at the end of 6 ends, we have Crofton 5 and Archambault 3 on to the 7th end. Good one, Howie.
And on to the 7th. Jerry Archambault with the Yellow Rocks will have the last rock advantage. Well, mission accomplished. Tim scored in the 6th end to take a 2-point lead. So in control, up 2 with 2 to play. Even if you give up a deuce this end, you're still odds on.
You got the hammer coming for home tide. Yeah, one end game with hammer. Beautiful shot there. Both leads have played superb. Matter of fact, it's been a well-played game in all positions. Love when these games, these championship games, come down to close games and well-played games. Nothing worse than getting to a championship game and getting your doors blown off. I know that feeling.
And we've all been there, done that.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, boy. All psyched up to have a good championship game, and you're behind 7-2 at the end of 3, you know.
Well, this is a fun league to play in. There's often a lot of good thirds in this league.
Yeah, I love playing in the ring.
There's some new skeps who are kind of testing out their strategic.
I had a ball playing with Mike DeMeo this year.
And there's enough good players in the league that a lot of shots get made, so your strategy matters.
I hope we have enough curlers to have a rink next year.
Oh, I'm sure we'll have one. Maybe a little tight.
Jeez, I don't know. It looks pretty darn good. It's running out of steam. Yeah, good call. It's going to overcurl just a little bit. Might want to bring this on the rings now that it's losing. Good shot. You know what's amazing about this? The more, even watching and commentating and watching curling the way that we do, and we frequently call these games, how many times a team without hammer will get those rocks up there and not raise them. Not raise them. Try to come around, try to come around. These rocks are very raisable.
Well, if they're tight to the rings, they are.
Yeah.
On the other hand, I was always taught that if you want to get to a spot, it's easier to draw there than to tap there. And only one variable to manage.
You got it. Take it right in. Come on. Take it in, Mike.
Nice draw there from Mike Ross. Beauty.
That's a pip.
That's a beautiful shot. Case in point.
This rock is easy to draw around.
Yep.
I like what you call it.
Plenty of weight. Needs to hit a snowbank.
Yeah, it's going through.
It's biting though. Look at this. Not going to hang around. Trying to slow up.
Yeah,
It's a hanger.
Yeah, a little bitage in the back.
Follow that one down. I think they're going to go for the other around the other leg chair. Oh, give them a big opportunity.
Yeah, I agree. This intern is covered. There's nothing happening.
Yeah, I'm not
nothing
sure what
happening
you're
for
gonna
Tim on the
achieve here.
intern. Yeah.
Not sure what you're going to achieve here.
If Crofton's team can sink this out turn, get him out of jail.
Going to have a center guard here with Hammer. Going to have a center guard here. Does take both of those blue rays. Well, the other raised one's still raisable. But it's well junked up
Now
here.
it's double guarded.
Yeah, sure it is. You get one to the pot here now, you're in business if you're Tim Crofton.
Make an adjustment and wait here and sink this one top 4.
Big opportunity here.
Definitely lighter than the last. Waiting on the curl. Here's going to go.
Plenty of weight. Past the tee line.
Going to have to go for line to get her by.
Oh,
Oh
baby.
boy, they just shaved it.
And it's going back 4 for sure.
It'll be shot.
Nice throw. Back button. Good shot. So that was we were questioning Jerry Archambault's strategy going around the same way. And Bill Sewell was trying to talk him into coming this way, but still chance to get to the button here for Mike Hurd, who's curled very well tonight.
Might be tight. They're holding it so far, but I think they're going to click the yellow guard.
And they did.
And now with another good draw here, you can even you can be short of the rings if you want.
Or you
Top 8 would be
go
just
for the
perfect.
juggler vein to the top 4. Just
Well,
string those blue ones right up.
You want to be above T line. The key here is
Yeah.
don't throw this one behind T again.
Top 4.
That'll take the whole end of the way. Top 4 is ideal. Top 8 you'll take guarding that rock on the back 4.
Right, that's fine. Yep.
Yeah, top 8, top 4 is perfect.
Yep.
You want to guard the path though. If you show them an 1/8 of a rock, it would be perfect.
Absolutely. Cut the rings
Quarter
right
rock.
down. Oops.
Let's see how he's drawing that. Let's see how he's drawing that. That's good.
Better.
You're throwing the same shot here.
Right.
You know the line. And Mike's not narrow on this, so. Coming up nice, though. They caught the curl out there.
This is by its money.
It's going to click, but it's fine. You need to come up. Don't want to bounce here. No, 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 no.
Certainly cut the rings down. Jerry's got to open something up here now.
Yeah, that guarded the approach path. Now they'll have to open up. They want to get their deuce.
Regular takeout, double takeout, blue, blue.
Nose hit on the one on the center. You get them both, I think. Boom, boom.
Yeah, the downside, if you don't make that double, if you just nut it, then there's just another guard up there.
Right, sure. End's not shaping up for hammer team here.
Oh, you'd love to get rid of 2 rocks here, but and lose your shooter somewhere. The crotch double leaves it right there.
Whoops.
We're going to be moving something.
Might get the double the hard way on the outside.
Get the outside double.
Oh, and there's one down. Man down. Man down. Okay, Mike, he's smiling about it. I don't think he hit his head. It didn't look like he hit his head. He went down in a heap, though. Mike, that will be forever in the archives of the Utica Curling Club channel. So you can go back and look at that one later in the 6th end and have a laugh about it. Hat off.
Yep. Gone turtle.
Yeah. That will forever be in the archives of the Utica Curling Club channel, my friend. Glad you're not hurt. Tough crowd.
We give him a 9.510 on that one.
Tough crowd. The new guy went down in a heap. Oh God, I'm glad he's okay.
Same shot we just had, right? Come around top 4.
He'll wake up a little sore tomorrow morning if I know anything about falling on curling ice. We've all done it. You don't feel it right now. Tomorrow morning when you wake up and go, oh boy, I fell.
And Mike found that wide line again. I think you got to get off this. Don't open it up. Stop sweeping it, boys. It's one of those things you need to learn is when you crack in that guard like that, you got to get off. Just let her wreck.
Yep.
You don't need that one on the rings. There's a tiny port.
Bill Sewell's last rock here in the 7th end. Archambault is scrambling here.
Chasing shot stone on back 4, back button. And they're just going to catch.
Yeah. It's going to open it up. Sitting 2nd and 3rd rock is Archambault.
Yeah, so that's looking dangerous. So that shot rock is very lonely.
Yep.
Now Mike took that wide line on the draw twice and it overcurled. Brian was a little narrow on his and it held.
Strangely enough.
So when you get out a little wide here, I think you're picking up a little dish.
Never a bad thing when you're skipping and you're throwing guards. However, you got to make them.
Well, he doesn't need a guard here. I think he
what
really
is he doing?
needs to
is he
have
coming around?
He needs a second one in the rings with 2nd and 3rd rocks in.
Pro side misses short here without hammer.
Pro side is short. I think you'd love to get behind that blue stone on the center.
Yep, just show him a little piece right there.
Come into top 4.
Yep.
Top 8.
Show him a little piece of it. Line looks good.
Whoa, needs to curl. Here it comes.
Oh boy. It's heavy. I think he's going to leave a double here.
Going to leave a double. And that was what you did not want.
Well, it's not a gimme of a double. He left a pocket.
Yep.
Not much of a double there.
Pro miss was definitely short there. Giving up 1 here is not bad.
Tim Crofton is sitting 1 and 2. Door is open for Jerry Archambault, however, to get back in the hunt for a deuce. If he can hit and roll over. Just a little tap and roll over here.
He's just looking for a freeze tap in the back. And I think wherever Jerry goes, Tim has to go too.
Jerry Archambault's first skip rock, down 2 in the 7th end. He's going to need some late curl here.
Just looking for the little flop.
And he left Tim Crofton sitting 1.
Yeah, left him sitting shot. So now Tim definitely needs to sit 1 and 2 here.
Yeah. Again, you want to make a mistake short here if you're Tim and block it, right?
And as long as you're blocking access
you
to
want
his
to block
shot
the
rock.
rings here. In my mind, I want to be thinking no more than 12 foot, 8 foot. Don't get it. If it's going to be in the open, don't leave. He's leaving a double for the for a bundle.
Well, he's got to be.
He gets too close to this rock.
He's got to be second rock here, at the very least. So throw it to make it.
Right. And if you're short and you block this port, it's not a bad miss.
I think if you're short, you're not going to wind up blocking this port. I think if you throw this light, you're likely to be over here, leaving your blue rock wide open. So I think you just got to think about making this. If you go back 8 here, right,
his last one
you're
on
still
this line
okay as
hung a
long as
little
you're
bit,
second rock.
Yeah.
And if you're shot rock back 4, then...
A little weight sensitive. If you're a little up weight here, it'll probably hang.
But with the number of yellow counters around, it's really critical, I think, that you get a blue rock in the house here for at least second. Or even third.
Looks like he's erring on the side of light.
He's got a lot of curling to do.
Sure does.
They're off the yellow guard now.
Weight's pretty good.
Just got to put this somewhere.
Oh boy, you don't want this anywhere near your own blue rock, though. Oh my goodness, he's leaving a double. Oh my goodness.
That's
that
a
was
dead
not
double.
where he wanted it. If you're 5 feet short there, it's not horrible.
Yeah, if you're top 8 there,
if
it's
you're
not
top
bad.
8, it's not bad, but he left a sitting duck. Oh boy. This could be 4-4 if Jerry hits this right. Yep.
Just wonder if they could have swept that back.
Kind of a tweener.
Yep.
Big opportunity here for Jerry Archambault with a hammerstone in the 7th. If he hits this rock on the nose, I think he gets 4.
Indeed. Well, as Mike Kessler says, no double is a gimme. And this is hanging.
He does not have the double. This is going to be 1 yellow. Oh, yep.
One
One
blue.
blue, I mean. 1 blue.
Steal of 1.
A steal of 1. Oh, crucial shot there for Jerry. Had a chance to get 4, and instead, after 7 ends, it's 6-3 Team Crofton. That could be the shot of the game, folks. If
Missed opportunity
really
there.
big missed opportunity for a crooked number there for Jerry.
So now up 3, last end. 5 rock rule. Can't throw through with 3. But you can certainly throw in.
Explain why you don't throw through here, Roger.
Well,
I'm throwing through, but you explain why not.
In the 5-rock rule, you can get your 2 corner guards up. So you throw through corner, and then you can't take any guards out yet, right? So if I've got 2 corner guards, it's all. If you make all your shots, you can score 3. So you loop around the corner, you clear the corner, you loop around the other corner. Even at the level
we play at, hoping everybody makes every shot.
Yep. Well, that's what you have to do to score 3.
Gotcha. Somebody's got to stop. There we go.
But in the 4-rock rule days, you couldn't get those 2 corners up because one would go off right away. So you'd have to wait for a nose hit on one of the corners before you could go around. And the 2 corners, if you get around one, then it's possible to score 3 if you can make your shots.
Nice shot. So for the time being here in the 8th end, Team Crofton is certainly in command. No hammer, up 3. We'll see what Jerry Archambault, I think if he doesn't come back and win this game, he's going to have nightmares about his last shot in the 7th end. I would have nightmares about the shot in the 7th end. He had an opportunity.
Golden opportunity.
Oh, boy.
Might have overthrown it just as shade.
And he tends to, I mean, I've curled with him before, too, and he likes to throw that kind of weight, and I get it. It's just that a lot can go. You got to be right on the money with that kind of weight, right?
It's not going to curl much.
Yeah.
So a rock on the rings for Tim.
Being joined in the chat room by Kim Freely and Mary Jane Walsh. Hey, ladies. Sorry about the interruption there, Roger.
Yes.
And some guards in play for Archambault.
Not on the rings.
Now it's 5-rock rule. We can't take those out yet. Delicious as they look to peel away.
Yeah,
you can't touch them yet. So come around again, top 4.
Boom, boom.
And now Jerry have to deal with these stones. Oh, this may go to the back of the rings. Make sure you get this one by, though. And join its buddy in the back. That's the dreaded pocket.
Yes, it is.
Now we're going to be in a freeze fest the rest of the end.
Post tee line.
As I've said many times before, there's nothing more sad than rocks behind tee line.
You got that right.
They'll go hard to get this by, won't they?
It's not by.
In for a penny, in for a pound here, huh?
Yep.
You're sitting 2. I think you cover that stupid pocket, right? I think you're stuck with a come-around game at this point. You can hit this stone, but you better roll inside. You don't want to jam that on the back and do their job for them. That's... Oh, boy. They take a lot tighter ice on that. If you miss this and splatter the guards, it would be better than running that into the pocket.
Thanks a lot, Kim, for your feedback there. Great job, Roger and Craigs. You're so kind and so sweet. And cute. Uh-oh.
And this is why you don't play that shot. You're doing their work for them. That yellow rock was not a danger.
No.
Now we're...
Uh-oh. In the inimitable words of my friend Bill Morehouse, game on, baby. You can get another one in here, and it's like, uh-oh. Don't know.
Now, if you can unlock these, you might get a double here.
Correct. All right, Tim, sweep your own rock, Tim. Sweep your own rock. There we go.
All right, there is a double now.
Yes, it is.
Right on the nose is fine.
The nose gets them both.
If you want to pro-miss this and roll under, but make sure you get a rock here.
Main thing of the hit and roll is a hit.
The back one may jam. Didn't quite take a good peek at that.
Line's getting better.
It's going to jam.
Oh, my. And left yellow sitting, too. I think.
Yep.
We're sitting 1-2. Yes. Let's come in. That'd be okay. I'd like to be a little short of it. Not set up a double.
Plot is thickening here in the eighth end.
Bill Sewell can sink one around here. And this looks really hot. Might double himself out. Get your broom out there, Timmy.
Oh, my goodness.
That was...
Everything behind the tee line here.
That was not how you
what we
diagrammed it up.
expected. I think blue shot rock.
It doesn't much matter
No, it
because
does
there's
not.
so many yellows in that Tim has got to put another rock in.
But however, if you're Mike, you got to come down and bang these two yellow ones, right?
I think whatever you do, you need to
Because this
be...
blue rock's a sitting duck.
Yeah, you need to be second rock here. I think you need to be 1-2.
Boom, boom.
If you can hit those rocks and sit for shot, that's fine.
Nose hit. Quink.
Yep. Don't need to get both. You need to get one and sit.
That's right. Just on the schnozola there. Right on the schnoz.
Just need to hit and roll.
Just
here.
don't tick it off the blue one up there and double
And
yourself
sit.
out in the back.
Yeah, can't be wide. Eliminate some rocks.
Yikes.
Sit 1-2. Gotten ugly quick this end.
Yes, it has.
After a promising start.
Uh-oh.
This looks good. Overswept. Didn't need the double.
Nope.
I like the flop.
Blue is sitting 1 and 2.
Yeah, they were going hard for the double on that, and I think it's just not necessary. Does the job, though. They're sitting 1-2.
Absolutely, it does the job because both yellows are open now, so you're counting down rocks at this point if you're Team Crofton anyway, right?
Yep, there is a double here, though.
Yeah.
What's nice about flopping on top of that yellow is that blue won't go anywhere in that case, and it's
Correct.
removable now.
If he hits this rock hard about just off half a rock, he may roll it right over to the blue one.
Yeah, I'm going to go that direction.
Sure.
Double's there, or you can just flop on top, and then that's going to force Tim into a couple of freezes.
Yes, 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 yes.
This is starting to move.
He's on the guard. No, he's not. He got by. Holy moly.
Got his own yellow in the back, though.
Hit something yellow.
Hit some yellow or draw in. That's really your... I mean, what happens if you draw in on this outturn side? You either get shot or you set up multiple ways of jamming.
If I know Mike Kessler the way I think I know him, he's going to try and make Tim throw the shot that has the least amount of danger.
Right.
You know what I mean?
And I think this draw
is probably the best. If he's heavy and it comes to the backers, oh well.
Right. That's fine.
That's
and
fine.
If you get buried, that's great. If
Yep.
you show them half a
Hitting,
rock,
you're right about that. Yeah,
you
I
got
agree.
jams.
Hitting,
you got jams everywhere,
that's
right?
right. Yep. And hitting might just be a caveat right now because he may leave it out, chip off his own blue one.
Well, if you throw the hit at this and miss it, then you could be back in the soup. Right?
Fact. That is true.
I think there are a lot of good outcomes to this draw.
Yep.
Short of throwing it through the hole, and it'd actually be very hard. It's possible, I suppose, you could get through this hole, but that would be really unlucky, don't you think?
Absolutely. Even if he decided to hit this yellow one out here, I'm okay with that too, and rolling over.
So whatever you throw here, you got to make it, and you got to sit 1-2. That's
yeah, everything's behind the tee line. There's no real easy way here for Archambault. Oh boy, he left this way out. Mike might play a raise here on this one. Okay.
Well.
Huh.
Can see a piece of the blue.
Mm-hmm. Got to come soft at it. Just through the house to hack kind of weight, I think.
And I think with Tim's last, he's going to be looking at a draw. If this shot is made, Jerry will be sitting 2. And so Tim will have to put a stone somewhere to sit 1 and 3, or 1 and 4, right, to prevent.
Yes. Coming this way, he can, if he's short, he can give this some protection in the back here. This rock that'll be like third rock.
Going to get a little dicey here. Being up 3 the last 10 is supposed to be a bit easier.
Well, sometimes.
Weight looks pretty good here. Is this going to curl up? It's cutting.
They're on the blue one. It might still slide through for
Tim's caught a break, and that's going to roll in for a second shot.
Yeah, so that is really tough now. That's possibly shot rock.
Yeah, Tim's 1 and 2.
Got to hit something yellow here, I think,
you
right?
play the same draw. And where's the triple? If you're 1-2, how do you get rid of the third stone? Yeah, they're sitting 1 and 2. Unless we're missing something back here. Guess the one we can't tell about is the top one.
Got a wide open hit on this rock over here for the game. I don't see 3 out there if you take this yellow rock out in front of Mike.
Agreed.
Take a deep breath there, Tim boy. It's only your first medal as a skip.
Yeah.
Nice deep breath. Become one with the broom.
And don't get the ips and overthrow this.
Don't get the ips and over. Just hit the broom.
Just like you're in practice.
Exactly. Become one with the glycol.
Yeah, if they're sitting too, it really doesn't matter what you're doing. Taking this off is fine. The draw would be fine.
Yes!
Tight. They're holding it.
It's all over it. It's all over it. Bye-bye.
That'll do the job. Now we're sitting 3.
There's no 3. That's game, set, and match right there, my friend.
That's all she wrote.
Hey, Roger, thanks for having me. What a great rink final, huh?
That was
Congratulations to Team Crofton. That's Tim Crofton and Mike Kessler, Brian Lowe, and Tom Wilkinson, sub 4 tonight by Mark Crane. And congratulations to runner-up, Jerry Archambault, Bill Sewell, Mike Hurd, and Mike Ross on great seasons. Thanks for having me, Roger.
Yep. And let's call the final 9-3, Tim Crofton. Hope everybody enjoyed the game. That's our last broadcast or webcast of this first half of the season.